Mushroom replacement in Beef Wellington. I saw a great recipe for Beef Wellington on Serious Eats, see link 1. That I'm eager to try. However, my roommate does not eat mushrooms, both because he dislikes the flavor and because he had a bad experience as a child, so hidden mushrooms are out too. I worry that omitting them would defeat most of the purpose of the dish. Is there anything that could be used in their place to give a similar flavor?
2 years later, the chestnut idea worked swimmingly. Laughing face. I followed the recipe I linked in the question, with the following changes. Obviously, I replaced 1 pound of mushrooms with 1 pound of chestnuts. In hindsight, that was probably a bit too much, as a pound of mushrooms would have cooked down significantly more, but we didn't mind. In step 3, I omitted the horseradish, as I don't like it. I'm only reporting that for accuracy. Smiley face. I replaced step 4 entirely with the following: chop all chestnuts in half, being careful as they have a tendency to fly apart. Boil the halves in a saucepan of water for 7 minutes. Drain and let cool, then peel. This should now be a much easier task. Chop chestnut meats finely. I should note that I accidentally boiled them too long, and they got a bit crumbly while I was peeling them. That didn't matter, because I was going to chop them. However, in the future I might try using a food processor to chop them, because I ended up with an uneven chop and the larger pieces stood out from the eventual mixture, making it harder to eat. In step 5, I had to add more butter, as the chestnuts basically absorbed the entire amount of butter called for without actually sautéing in it. Not that I minded. Smiley face. I sautéed the chestnuts until soft, then added the shallots and thyme and proceeded as usual. I omitted the foie gras, again, added only for accuracy. Kenji mentioned in the comments that it's not needed if you don't like it or can't find it, so I omitted to make the whole thing simpler. The dish turned out utterly delicious. Laughing face. I don't usually buy beef tenderloin, finding it usually lacking in flavor. Since the goal of the dish was to add more interesting flavor and texture back, I definitely feel this was a success. I realized during the rolling step that I hadn't bought the exact right cut, so it kind of fell apart a bit during serving, but despite all the hard work and mistakes I'd definitely make this again.